Hello, this is Book Talk number 3. I'm going to be talking about the comic book Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life by Bryan Lee O'Malley. It's the first in a series of 6, the Scott Pilgrim series, and there's actually a movie adaptation of all 6 of the comic books combined into one. The movie is called Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and it's one of my favorite movies. Okay, so first off, the nature of the comic book, it's different from typical literary works. And so this book provides some fun illustrations. It's a very quick read. You could probably finish the whole series of 6 within a couple of days if you were committed to it. And so it's going to be good for students who maybe just aren't that interested in reading. It's going to be able to grab their attention with the fun illustrations and just the unique character of the comic book. And also, it would be great for video gamers because the comic book is set up, the story takes place as if Scott Pilgrim is in a video game. It's really interesting. I love it. So basically, what everything's about. Scott Pilgrim is 22 years old. He lives in Toronto, Canada with his roommate Wallace Wells, and he's in an awesome band with Stephen Stills and Kim Pine. And then there's also a character named Young Neil, who isn't actually in the band, he's just always around for some reason. The story starts out with the news that Scott Pilgrim is dating a high schooler, Scandalous. Her name is Knives Chow, she's 17 years old, and she's Chinese. Now, Knives falls in love with Scott fairly quickly, but conflict, Scott has met this new really cool girl who wears roller skates. Her name is Ramona Flowers, and she's actually Scott's age, side note. Scott starts dating Ramona. Has he broken up with Knives yet? He's not sure. But even more conflict. In order to be able to date Ramona, Scott finds out that he has to battle and defeat her 7 evil exes. The first comic ends with Scott's battle against the first ex, Matthew Patel, who dresses like a pirate. I definitely recommend this comic book for a high school audience based on the content. It's a little bit more mature, and also the relatability to Scott's character is going to be easier for high schoolers since it does focus a lot on dating and the fact that Scott is out of high school and now he's supposed to grow up and move on with his life and take charge of his own actions and stuff like that. But it's really quirky and fun and has some scandalous dating gossip about Scott Pilgrim's love life, so what's not to love about this? I love it, definitely recommend it, check it out.